for today's project, I'm going to be building a bookcase using oversized box joints with limited tools. It is a pretty simple but quite interesting build, I think. So let's get started, shall we? For this entire build, I'm using kiln-dried 2x6s, and it's a good idea to find the straightest ones you can. I mean, I went through 20 or so in the store and picked out the best ones, because this project will be a lot more annoying if your boards are all twisted. So I began with marking out all my boards and then cut them to size. First I used the jigsaw, but quickly moved on to the miter saw, because it's a little faster. So I'm marking out sections now that I'm going to cut out with the jigsaw, and then the wood is going to fit together. So it's almost like fine joinery, but in an expanded sense. So I have been fascinated for a while by this concept of oversized joinery that you make with rough materials and power tools. Here's a simple sketch of what you need. 4 pieces of the shelves, 4 pieces of the sides. They are all marked identically, and these are the measurements that I used. And then this section here fits into this section. It's quite simple, really. So I got all my lines marked out, and now I can just cut them all out. So, new day, and last night I did all the cuts with the jigsaw, but this morning I figured why not do some with hand tools instead? I'm curious if I can get them a bit more precise. So when I did the jigsaw last night, some of the cuts were a little sloppy, like it wasn't super crisp, which is why I kind of wanted to switch to the hand tools. But I think I'm going to go back to the jigsaw again, and this time really be more careful and take my time. I really want to see if I can finish this project today, like challenge myself, see if I can do it all in one day. It's not a very complicated build. And I'm just a little bit slower with the hand tools. But I definitely got it much more precise using the chisel and the mallet and the saw. So what I found, if you want to do really accurate cut in the jigsaw, is to do one side and then turn it over, because the blade just bends a little bit on something so thick that it's easier to just finish it off on the other side and make sure it is nice and crisp. Okay, all the pieces are cut. Hopefully they'll fit together nicely. I think I should go over all of them, make sure that they are not so tight. So I've just been going through all the pieces, chiseling them a little bit so that they're less tight, and making sure that they all fit. They're going to be glued anyway, so they don't have to be, you know, very bit like that. And I should have an easier time assembling. Nice. Okay, so I'm ready for assembly. Hopefully it will work out. I'm going to glue it in right away. So here I'm using the long clamp trick. So clamping 2 clamps together to make one really long clamp. And it works quite well. Okay, so just got the 2 sections together. Now I'm cutting up little pieces of wood that's going to fit in between to tie the 2 sections together. Putting in the pieces on the top shelf was quite easy, but on the bottom shelf the wood got a little twisted with the glue up with the shelves and the sides. However, once I was able to put those bottom pieces in place, it really straightened the whole unit out and got it level. So everything's looking pretty good. I clamped this together, which did cause the nails to pop out right here. So I'm just going to put a screw in and secure it. Okay, and that really tied it together. Glue is drying. You can see the pieces in set, which looks kind of cool. I mean, this is this is framing lumber. It's a pretty rustic piece. So once the glue dries here, this is going to be super sturdy and like heavy duty. You could use this like in the garage or inside. Now I rather like the almost bulky nature of it, and I'm planning on rounding over the edges here to kind of make it a little bit softer, and then using it inside for books and heavy things. So. Okay, so here it is. Really super sturdy, a little rustic. I would call it minimalistic in some ways. Now, I really like that it is framing lumber, that it is a little rough. I mean, you can see the joinery coming through and the sections that are tying the 2 shelves together, which I really like. This was such a fun project. I mean, if you're interested in getting into making furniture and you want to do something simple, but not using pocket screws or anything like that, then this might be perfect. I mean, the wood is cheap, you can mess it up a bunch of times, it doesn't matter. And really, all you need to build this is a jigsaw. Of course, you can customize it, make it fit your space, your needs, and it's perfect to tackle in a weekend or one dedicated day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I'll see you soon. Bye!